So welcome to the Maximize Your Membership session for today. Happy to have you join us. And want to first just say welcome to our new members and organizations that have been added over the past couple months. We are super excited to have you here with us at Safe States. You are joining over 800 injury and violence prevention professionals across the nation. So we are excited to have you with us. Just to give you a quick recap of our membership, the majority of our membership is state health departments, their staff being their directors, managers, program coordinators. And then we also have membership represented through hospitals and healthcare organizations, schools and universities, private nonprofit organizations, local health departments, federal government, tribal health departments, and then other state, tribal, and local government agencies. And there's just a small sliver on the pie showing 1% for others. So this is, as of last week, the latest in showing the distribution of our membership. And with our membership, we have committees and special interest groups that are open to members to participate in. The executive committee is one that you would need to run for the position that would be open and available, but the other committees, membership development, finance and audit, policy committee, annual conference, and concept development are open to our members to join and participate in. And then we also have special interest groups, our state designated representatives, though it is an appointed position from the state health department, director or manager or coordinator. So that is a closed group, but the special interest groups for hospital injury prevention, partner and sexual violence, and student and early career professionals are open for our members to participate in. So if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me or other staff, and we are happy to help you with that. I wanted to just take a moment to introduce or reintroduce our Safe States Resource Hub and Training Center. Over the past few months, we have been working on making updates to this. Some of you may have participated in our listening sessions and focus groups early in 2023, gaining some feedback and input from members on when they're on our website, the types of things that they're utilizing, the resources that are beneficial and helpful to them in their work. And so taking all of that information into account, we decided to merge the Resource Hub and Training Center into one space then that will allow you to type in a keyword for a search, or if you want to go to an advanced search and use the filters, you are able to do that. So I will show you here that we can look for, let's say, something related to drowning and water-related injury. And so as we search for that, now we're able to see a lot of our webinars or recorded self-studies for continuing education credits are here. We also will have some advocacy data assessment. So the focus helps kind of break down what you're looking at. And there are different types. If we were to look at another one, say on equity, there are different types of not only focuses, but the type, whether it's a publication or a training, a tool. We have our membership sessions included in here, case studies. So really everything has been combined to be in this Resource Hub Training Center for ease of use for our members. So we're really excited to have that available to you and hope that you find it useful in having kind of a one-stop shop for looking for injury and violence prevention resources. I've just listed some of the other things available there. So our training center pieces are still incorporated here, and then just some documents to give examples of what can be found in the Resource Hub and Training Center. Some Safe States updates want to share. We have new staff on board. Carrie Nee is our Grants and Development Manager. She joined us this summer. Brandon Neath is our Government Relations Manager. He joined us early this fall. And Kristen Lindemer is a program coordinator who has rejoined us. Some of you may remember Kristen being part of the Safe States staff a little while back, and she's rejoined us to do some work with our partner, SAVER, the Society to Advance Violence Injury Research. News from the networks. The regional networks have moved to a system to have some leadership for each of the networks. So you'll see on this slide that we have had some of the members step forward to take on the leadership for this year. So we're really excited and happy to have them in that role. Our annual conference, if you have not seen through the Insight newsletter or some of the other promotions, we're excited to announce that we will be in Portland, Oregon. Save the date of August 20th through the 22nd, 2024, and more information to come on that as the months progress. Just want to provide some insight onto how to get involved. Newer members on this call that are newer to Safer States, really we just want to encourage you. Many of our members indicate the more that you put into this membership, the more that you'll get out of it. And so want to encourage you to sign up for committees, participate in special interest groups, go onto the Resource Hub and Training Center to take part in some of the trainings that we have available, especially the IVP 360. Participate in programs. We have the mentorship program and the STAT or State Technical Assessment Team program is under revision, but that will be available again to members next year. So just keep an eye out for that. Advocacy. Our government relations team is busy working on some advocacy efforts and upcoming Hill Day in the spring, and the policy fellows are meeting. And so wanting to encourage being part of the advocacy efforts. And then of course the annual conference. If you're able to participate in that, we always get great feedback from our members on attending the conference. In getting connected, just want to point out that we now have an Instagram account. So we are posting there as well as X and LinkedIn to share on upcoming events, trainings, publications, annual conference information, etc. So encourage you to get connected. Kristen Lindemer, our program coordinator, has something that she would like to share with the group. So Kristen, you can go ahead and share your screen if you like.
Okay, great. Thank you, Krista. Well, just very briefly, Krista asked me to let everyone know a few more details about our Safe States and SAVER Injury and Violence Prevention Workforce Pipeline Development Project. This is an overview of our year one activities, which hopefully will continue beyond a year. And basically our goal is to grow and diversify the succession of students, trainees, and early career professionals entering the field of injury and violence prevention. And in this joint project with SAVER, our audiences and partners are both the recipients of pipeline workforce development opportunities, those being students in undergrad, graduate, medical school, and others, and early career professionals, as well as the providers of these curricula or trainings. And we're going to be working with both of those main audiences. One of our first things that we'll be doing is working to identify, expand, and diversify the partners that we typically work with in workforce development. And we're going to be reaching out to a variety of institutions, colleges, universities, as well as those that are maybe have a school of public health or have a some courses in injury and violence prevention, or maybe in addition, those that are adjacent, you know, be it anthropology or criminal justice or, you know, social work, and just really trying to diversify the groups that we work with to increase opportunities for injury and violence prevention, training, coursework, curricula availability. Okay, Krista, if you scroll down, one of the most immediate things that we are going to be offering, we're going to have 4 IVP grand rounds that blend presenters and perspectives from science and practice and policy. And our first one, we want to make sure everyone knows about, you'll probably see this in other communications from Safe States, is on January 25th from 1 to 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be kind of a level setting overview of injury and violence prevention, the field, how the field works, who's typically part of the field, science and practice, and ways that we engage each other, as well as new voices and approaches. And this would be interesting for anyone, but especially for students and individuals interested in the field, but maybe new or less connected to the variety of networks of practitioners and scholars that are active in a variety of different areas. A couple of the other things that we'll be working on this year is developing a student and early career professional opportunities database that is provides information about fellowships, internships, research opportunities, maybe summer institutes, and other types of professional development opportunities. That will be launching hopefully sometime near the beginning of the year. We're also going to be working with SAVOR. Each of our organizations has existing mentorship programs. We're going to look at how we might be able to enhance what we have in place and possibly create some new opportunities there. And then finally, through all of these activities, we are, trying to expand opportunities for underrepresented students and other trainees. But specifically, some of those opportunities will be opportunities to present at our annual conferences and some help with publishing. So we just wanted to let you know that this is a project currently going on here at Safe States that might be of interest and benefit to you. Thanks, Krista.
Thank you, Kristen. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Kate. And I also wanted to invite Brandon or Carrie, if you want to come off mute and share a little bit about the work that you're doing with us at Safe States.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for introducing me, Krista. As said before, I'm Brandon Neath, the new Government Relations Manager for Safe States Alliance. I don't have any materials to share, but I'll just sort of share, forthright that if you have any questions or you'd like to be more involved with Safe States policy efforts, I'm going to drop my email in the chat if you would just want to discuss anything, or like I said, if you have any questions. But my role here is to expand our advocacy efforts, as well as maintain our policy committee, amongst other things. And with that comes engaging our membership to sort of be empowered to be involved in the policymaking process. But before I get ahead of myself, I just want to sort of touch on a few aspects of, what it means to sort of expand the advocacy efforts for safe states, um, and what that means for members such as yourselves. One of the things that we do is the policy fellowship, the Injury and Violence Prevention Policy Fellowship. We meet regularly to discuss ways in which um, injury and violence prevention professionals can be involved in sort of advocating for the development and push of the injury and violence prevention. I'll say IVP just for our purposes, for pushing the IVP practice um, in policymaking spaces, in funding spaces, and how to sort of package that and advocate for that with policymakers, whether they be at the federal level or the state level. Another activity that we engage in are site visits, in which we will, travel. Safe States staff will travel to member states. If you have any questions about how that process works, like I said, I'm going to drop my message in the chat after I'm done. And we essentially will showcase an injury and violence prevention program, ideally that of a member, to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and specifically their injury center, and just sort of showcasing, how these federal dollars, sort of work to help local communities, to show how that federal impact can go to the local level. And it's a wonderful opportunity, not only to see what other programs may be going on in your state, a networking opportunity, but also how to sort of elevate and continue to talk about and discuss your IVP practice to someone who, a stakeholder who may be helping to fund it or who may want to replicate that program. And finally, we hold a policy committee. Any member of Safe States Alliance is welcome to join. And that is another opportunity for you to sort of learn about what's going on in on the Hill at Washington and how that relates to promoting the practice of IVP and how your voice is important in that process. I've thrown a lot at you guys, and I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm going to throw my email in the chat if you want to discuss anything further, or if you'd like to learn how you can make an impact individually and through Safe States. Thank you, Krista.
Thanks, Brandon. Carrie, not sure if you want to take a few minutes just to share about your work.
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Hi, everyone. I'm Carrie Nye. And like Krista said, I came in at the end of the summer, and I am the grant and development manager. And so I'm really going to be helping Sharon and Rich writing grants, that's both public and private grants, and helping to kind of build and expand our partnerships so that when we do have opportunities to write proposals, that we've got partners in place that we can go to for that work, or that when there's funding out there that our partners are going for, that Safe States is a partner that they would go to. And so we've been writing a few grants here and there that align with our priorities, and right now sort of working on a larger development plan that I think all of Safe States will be kind of taking a piece of. But that's really kind of the role that I have right now. It's really to kind of expand our opportunities to go for grants and expand our pipeline with partners. And so for those of you I haven't met, hello, and I hope to be chatting with folks soon.
Great. Thanks, Carrie. So that concludes the formal portion of our Maximize Your Membership. I'm going to stop recording at this time. Thank you for joining us today for our Maximize Your Membership session. We hope you found the information to be very beneficial in your injury and violence prevention work. To find out more about Safe States and what we have to offer, you can visit us at www.safestates.org. www.safestates.org.